Hello, everyone. Welcome to our weekly Bible study here on our YouTube channel for the Needville Global Methodist Church. I hope you're having a wonderful week. I do want to mention that I know the sermon has not gone up from this past Sunday. I am working on it. Something happened to the card for Sunday, so the video got corrupted. I don't know exactly what happened, but the bottom line is I couldn't edit it. I couldn't make it work. So I'm going to have to re-record the sermon. And I just haven't had an opportunity this week yet to sit down and redo the sermon. So it will be coming as soon as I can sit down and record it. And it'll be put up for anyone who missed it, so they can be part of the series as we go through the full sermon series. But I just want to let everyone know that was going on. If you haven't done so already, I do encourage you to hit the subscribe button down below so that you know what's going on here on our YouTube channel, so that new videos, when they do get posted, you'll be notified immediately, and then you can just click on the notification and come and see the wonderful material that's here, whether it be a Bible study, sermon, or other informational pieces that we do here on the YouTube channel. We use this as a great tool to get information as well as education and instruction out to anyone and everyone that wants to know what's going on here in Needville. If you also would, please hit the like button down below. It's the best way to make sure this video goes all over the place, as well as letting me know that it's something that you've enjoyed. And then, of course, as always, I encourage you, use the comment section below. If you don't like what's going on here, or if you got questions, please use the comment section below and let me know what's going on, what you like, what you don't like, what you'd like to see done more of, that kind of thing. It's an easy way for you to be in communication with me about anything else. Now, down in the description, as we go through this series that we're going to be part of for our Bible studies on Wednesdays, I will be listing out the scripture references that go along with each of the questions as we go through the catechism that has been placed in front of us from the Global Methodist Church. I think it's a wonderful way and a wonderful tool to kind of go back to the basics of our faith and build a stronger foundation. Not because your foundation might be a weak one, but the fact is that all of our foundations can become stronger, should become stronger. And honestly, I think that's one of the most important things that Bible study should do for us. It brings us back to the basics of the faith so that we have that strong foundation in order to ask the more difficult and more probing questions. And so that's what we're going to be doing over the next number of weeks, is using the catechism. Now, in the description below, you'll find the list of scripture references from the Old Testament and the New Testament, along with the link to the PDF that will give you the entirety of the catechism. So you'll be able to see how we're doing things, what's going on, what's coming up next. Maybe there's a question in there or a statement in there that you specifically want to know the answer to. So you'll be able to put that on your calendar of make sure to tune into that one, that kind of thing. Let's dive in to today's. Now, today's lesson is the very first question. As I told y'all last week, if you didn't get to see it, you can go onto our channel and go back to last week's Bible study, and you can see the intro to the catechism. But a lot of what we're going to do is based in the Nicene Creed, one of the oldest creeds of the Christian faith. The best thing about the creeds is the fact that, A, we know that they were made by a large group of Christians who came together and came to conclusions together to be able to produce these creeds. The second is that obviously the creeds have been long lasting. They've been around for millennia at this point. And what that should tell us is that they must have some kind of approval by God. They may not have been written by God. They may not have been handed down by God like God did for, with Moses and the Ten Commandments, or other things where God hands stuff down. But if it weren't from God, it wouldn't have made it this far. Okay. So that's what we use as our basis. So we're going to start with the first question of the catechesis, and that is, do you believe in God? Now, the answer that we're supposed to give is yes, I believe in God, the Father, the Almighty, maker of heaven and earth, of all that is seen and unseen. And if you go and read all of those different scripture references, I think there's 9 of them, you'll find that throughout the 9 verses or 9 scripture references that are there, it will define who God is, both historically, as far as how he came. One of the first ones is the very beginning of Genesis, so the creation story, which tells us who God really is, why we worship him, and what his characteristics are, right? His power and his majesty, that kind of thing. But throughout the rest of the references, we get glimpses of what exactly is God. But today, what I want to focus on is an important word: believe. The question that was posed to us is, do you believe in God? Now, in our lives, we believe in a lot of things, right? We teach our kids to believe in Santa and the Easter Bunny and other things like that. We may believe, you may believe like I do, that the Astros are the best baseball team in the major leagues. You may not. You may believe that the Astros should win the next World Series. You may not. These are things that we believe in. But that word is so important when we're talking about God. In all of those other ways that we believe in things, if it isn't true, it's not going to be the end of our world, is it? Take the Astros, for example. I believe they are one of the best franchises in Major League Baseball, not just currently, but totally, because I am a huge Astros fan. But if it turned out that they were one of the worst, it wouldn't stop me from believing in them, but it's not going to end my life. It's not going to change the way I do really anything. And think about it for y'all as older adults. We don't believe in Santa anymore, do we? Has it changed the way we celebrate Christmas? No. But the belief in God is something vastly more important. And that word is so important to us. I went to dictionary.com, the Oxford Dictionary, right? And I looked up the word believe. And the first definition is the verb is believe as a verb. It says to have confidence in the truth, the existence, or the reliability of something, although without absolute proof that one is right in doing so. So this is kind of like the Santa thing, right? Kids believe in Santa even though they never see Santa. They see the Santa in the malls. They get up Christmas morning and they see the toys and everything out. They see the milk and cookies halfway eaten and drunk. They see the note. But they never actually see Santa, do they? Yet they still believe in him. That's what this definition truly kind of goes towards. But when we say that we believe in God, it is so much more than, oh, God exists. Our belief in God is that we know he exists. Not we think or we're pretty sure. We know 100% he not only exists, but that he loves us. But that he is everything that he has said that he is. And that is why I put that laundry list of scriptures in the description, because all of it tells us the definition of who God is, all of his characteristics, from creator to father to all powerful to all knowing. Every definition, every characteristic of God is listed out throughout those scriptures and given examples of. When we say we believe in God the Father, when we say, yes, I believe in God the Father, the Almighty, maker of heaven and earth, of all that is seen and unseen, we are proclaiming that this entity that is beyond all understanding, that is more powerful than we could ever comprehend, is the God that we are going to follow, is the God that we are going to trust, not just because of all the stories in the scriptures, but because he is our God. Do you believe in God? Essentially, do you trust who he says he is? Do you trust what he says about not only himself, but about his relationship to his creation, to us, and to the rest of the world? Is your belief strong enough to hand your body, your life, and everything in it over to him and say, do with it as you will, to trust his plan and his abilities and his promises completely? That is what we are saying when we say, yes, I believe in God. It's not just a statement of, I believe he exists. It's not just a statement of, I believe there is a creator. It is the statement of, he is God, the Almighty Father, the creator of all things, the entity that has no beginning and no end, who was there before time ever started, who stood in the void, surrounded by nothing, and spoke everything into being. And not only do I believe that he exists, not only do I believe that he is there, but I trust him completely. That is what we mean when we say we believe in God the Father, the Almighty, maker of heaven and of earth, of all that is seen and unseen. So my question to you this morning, afternoon, or whenever it is that you're watching this video, do you believe in God? When you answer that question, use those scriptures and truly mean what you say. When we believe in God in the right way, in that deep, abiding belief, it will change the way that we live. It will change the way that we love. It will change the way we see the world, and it will change the way we see ourselves. But it all starts with answering the question truthfully and honestly. Do you believe in God?